Welcome to Understanding Time Signatures. This is part of the songwriting series with Chris Richter. As part of this course, you will learn what a time signature is and what the numbers mean. This will help you with your songwriting. The project for this course will be to write your answers to a short series of questions and send back a photo for me to mark. This will show that you now understand how time signatures work. Let's begin by asking the question, what is a time signature? There always seems to be a lot of confusion about what time signatures really mean. The concept is actually quite simple. All you need to understand is a few basic rules, then everything else falls into place. A time signature is the numbers at the beginning of a piece of music. Typically you would see them as 4/4 or pronounced 4/4. This is the most common of all time signatures. Other time signatures that you might see are 3/4, 6/8, 12/8, or on rare occasions you may see 5/4 or even 7/8. Now let's put it into context. When we look at a time signature in context, a time signature is telling us what timing is used for each bar in a piece of music. Now this isn't the tempo, how fast or slow the piece is. This is specifically telling us the number of beats and the type of beats that will be used in each bar. Let's look at the first number. The first number simply refers to the number of beats in a bar. So for example, in 4/4, we have 4 over a 4, and the first number means the number of beats in the bar, 4 beats in the bar. If we look at 3/4, it means 3 beats in the bar. So this is just the number of beats in each bar. For 6/8, the 6 at the top means number of beats in each bar. We're not looking at the bottom number yet, only the top number. So the top number is the number of beats. But what about the second number? The second number is extremely important. The first number is the number of beats in each bar. The second number is the type of beat. So we've got the number of beats and the type. So this is type 4, and we're actually going to imagine that this is, because it's over 4, we look at it as a fraction, so it's 1 over 4 or 4 over 4. The bottom 4 is the type. Bottom 4 is the type. In this case it's 8, so it's the type of beat is 8. But to understand what that bottom number means, we need to know what our different types of note values are. Let's look at note values. Before we can understand how time signatures completely work, you need to understand a very basic concept in music. What is the value of a note? For example, a crotchet, often called one beat, is actually really a quarter note. And if we look over here, crotchet, the correct representation of a crotchet is a quarter note, or 1 over 4. So that's our quarter note. Notice the number at the bottom, which will match our time signature. A quaver, the correct representation of a quaver is actually an eighth note, 1 over 8. Notice the number at the bottom. For a semiquaver is a 16th note, or 1 over 16. Remember the number at the bottom. Back to our time signature, we have 4/4. 4 at the top is the number of beats. The 4 at the bottom is the type of beat. In this case, it is a quarter note, which is a crotchet. So 4/4 means 4 crotchet beats per bar, and a crotchet looks like this. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them inside one bar. And that's how we get a time signature of 4/4. 4 crotchet beats per bar. It's time to listen to an example of a song in 4/4. This is an instrumental called Fun Kit, and if you listen to the beat, you will hear it as it counts through 1, 2, 3, 4 at 4 crotchet beats per bar. So have a listen through. And that was an example of a song in 4/4 called Fun Kit. Now going to look at a different time signature. Now that we understand what the bottom note means, let's look at 6/8. 6 is the number of beats. 8 is the type of beat, or an eighth note, which is a quaver. So if we look at that on a sheet of music, we have 6 beats, of type 1/8 or an eighth note, which is a quaver. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quavers. So 6 eighth notes. 3/4 would be 3 beats, and the type of beat is a quarter note, which is a crotchet. So 3 crotchets per bar.
We will now have a look at an example. This is example number 2 of 6/8. Now remember, this is 6 beats in the bar, and the type of beat is a 1/8 note or a quaver note. This is an arrangement called All It Takes on piano. Have a listen. You should be able to hear the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the piano as the piece goes through. Hope you enjoy.
Now, what's the difference between 3/4 and 6/8? Let's have a little look. And the most important part is where the accent is in the beat. So 3/4 is 3 crotchet beats per bar. So 3 of these, 3 crotchets, 1, 2, 3. 6/8 is 6 eighth notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the biggest difference is where we put the accent. Yes, they are different types of notes and there is other differences, but when you play the music, the accent is the most important part. So in 3/4 we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In 6/8, in the one bar, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And where that accent sits is really important because you could actually accent 6/8 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the accent is really important. And in 6/8, generally, the first and the fourth beat. In 3/4, the accent is generally the first.
Different styles of music can often be associated with different time signatures. So for example, 4/4 is often related to rock or country, blues, funk, pop, and other contemporary styles of music. 2/2 is more like a marching band sound, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Polkas and marches are all often in 2/4. 3/4 is usually what you would waltz to. Often country songs are in 3/4 as well. Western ballads, R&B and some pop could be in 3/4 as well. And 6/8 is still used for pop as well and contemporary music and even some big rock ballads, but often used for polkas, marches, Irish music, Irish jigs, and obviously some rock and pop music. 12/8 is normally used for slow blues or for shuffle types of music. It doesn't mean that you have to use a particular time signature for a particular style of music. You'll find it's quite common that those styles of music will have those particular time signatures. How can I use time signatures in songwriting? Choosing the right time signature for a new song is setting the foundation. So this is what holds the whole song together. So choosing a time signature, you're telling the musicians and the music how it should be counted, how it should be accented, and then in turn how the music will feel. So if the music you are playing feels wrong with the lyrics, try changing to a different time signature for the music and see if that can make it sort of feel right or feel how you wanted the song to sound. So keep experimenting, try different time signatures. There are no rules about what you should or should not use, so feel free to experiment. You are nearly at the end of the course, and I have a small quiz for you. There's only 8 questions, and they should be fairly easy now that you understand everything about time signatures. So question number 1, what type of beats are used in the time signature 12/8? Question 2 is how many beats in a time signature of 5/4? What is the time signature with 3 crotchet beats in it? Question 4, what style of music could you use 3/4 in? Now there's a few answers there and they're all correct. Number 5, what type of beats are used in 4/4? So here we're talking about the second number. Question 6, what time signature is this bar of music? Have a look on the screen and see what time signature you think this is. Question 7, what type of note is this? And question 8, what time signature is this bar of music? So answer the questions and send them back through to me and I'll mark them for you.
Do time signatures change in a song? Yes, they can change, but usually the time signature does not change. Sometimes you may have a song in 4/4 and it has a 2/4 bar because the songwriter wanted to skip 2 crotchet beats at a certain point in the song. At other times, the composer may make a complete change in the music to create a different feel. Generally, the composer will go back to the original time signature later in the piece. You've now completed Understanding Time Signatures, part of the songwriting series with Chris Richter. I hope you've enjoyed the course, and I look forward to meeting you in other courses.